Good morning, Quinnipiac. I'm Sarah Faidell.
And I'm Tom Albanese, and here are your top headlines for the week. An arrest has been made in a homicide that took place just 7 miles from the Quinnipiac campus.
And with one suspect in custody, police continue to search for the other man involved in the fatal shooting on Circular Avenue. William Cowdermash was arrested by police last week. Police say he played an active role but is not believed to have been present in the home invasion that left one Hamden resident dead. Chief Thomas Wydra urges residents to be on the lookout for the alleged shooter, Nicholas Papantonio. Wydra says he hopes this identification of the second suspect will ease safety concerns in the community.
The National Transportation Safety Board announced the results from its investigation about the cause of 5 accidents in the past year involving the Metro-North Railroad. The incidents resulted in the deaths of 4 passengers and 2 Metro-North workers. The train derailment in Bridgeport occurred because of broken joint bars. A second accident that came 11 days later in West Haven took the life of Metro-North worker Robert Luden. The NTSB has made 5 recommendations for improvements to Metro-North and another to the Federal Railroad Administration.
And thousands gathered in Ontario for the funeral of a soldier shot dead in last week's attacks on Parliament. Corporal Nathan Cirillo was standing guard over the National War Memorial in Canada, unarmed, when he was shot. His attacker then charged into Parliament and opened fire. The suspect is described as a new radical convert to Islam. The attacks occurred soon after Canada announced its increase in military action in Iraq.
The second Dallas nurse who contracted Ebola from Thomas Eric Duncan is now free of the virus. Amber Vinson was released from Atlanta's Emory University Hospital on Tuesday. She will be heading home after being treated for the past 2 weeks. This comes days after the other nurse, Nita Pham, was treated and declared Ebola-free in Maryland. It is unknown when both nurses will be able to return to work.
And Ebola quarantines continue around the world. A woman in Australia is currently in isolation and undergoing tests. She was in quarantine with the rest of her family after returning from West Africa 11 days ago. This would be Australia's first confirmed case of Ebola. Now, Australia is implementing a freeze on visas from West Africa. The Prime Minister says the country is well prepared to deal with the virus.
Hundreds of citizens living just outside of Honolulu, Hawaii, have evacuated their homes. A river of hot lava from Kilauea volcano moved closer to many homes on the island. In some areas, the lava's height rose up to a person's chest, and it was close to cutting off some major roads. Hawaii's famous volcano has continuously erupted since 1983. Hawaii's governor has asked for federal aid, and a plan is in place by officials to build alternate gravel roads around the path of the lava to help people leave the area.
And take a look at this video here. Google's vice president skydiving on the edge of space. A special balloon brought Alan Eustace 136,000 feet above the New Mexico desert. He free fell for nearly 4 minutes and hit speeds of 822 miles per hour. Not surprisingly, he broke several skydiving world records along the way.
And in sports news, the Dallas Cowboys are awaiting test results on the back injury suffered by starting quarterback Tony Romo. During the third quarter, Romo attempted a pass, but he got sacked by Redskins linebacker Keenan Robinson. He was able to get up after a few minutes and walk to the locker room on his own power. X-rays taken at the game were negative, and Romo was able to return to the game in the fourth quarter. He helped the Cowboys get to overtime, but they would eventually lose to the Redskins 20-17. Head coach Jason Garrett is optimistic that Romo will be ready to play on Sunday against the 6-1 Arizona Cardinals.
And the weather might have been warm and sunny this week, but our forecast shows that might be on its way out. Today we'll hold on to those sunny fall temperatures with a high of 70 here in Hamden. Some slight showers expected for Thursday, and on Friday, Halloween night, some people may want to rethink costumes for something warmer as temperatures are expected to drop around 35 degrees at night. And believe it or not, Connecticut may even see its first snowfall Saturday night into Sunday this week.
You know, Sarah, I just don't want it to see it snow already. It's just way too early. It's not even November yet.
Especially with the bad winter that Quinnipiac has had the past several years.
No question, it's been bad of late.
Well, that'll do it for this week's edition of the Quinnipiac Digital News Brief. I'm Sarah Faidell.
And I'm Tom Albanese. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.